Yeah. So today we will be discussing about a very, very dear devotee of Lord Krishna, specifically Madan Gopal, the form of Krishna, who is present in the Madan Mohan temple in Sridham Vrindavan. So we will be discussing various pastimes of this devotee, how he became so dear to Krishna, and how Krishna was manifesting in his life in so many ways that. Um, that that this the like so-called basic life of this devotee, it became a like astonishing miracle, especially for all of us to see from another corner. So this devotee, his name is Santosh, and he's actually these. They're two brothers, Santosh and Amar. They're from a Saraswat Brahmin family, basically from Karnataka, and then they were actually present. They actually moved in the initial days to Bengal, and they were very highly learned and very respected scholars at that point of time. And at the in Bengal at that time, it was ruled by uh, Nawab Hussain Shah. You know, this Nawab, he had a minister, and this minister of Nawab, he was getting paid very nicely, so he was little reluctant in executing his duties very nicely, because he when you get a lot of money, you tend, and if you with the opulence, sometimes you become more responsible, sometimes you become more lazy. So this a minister of this Nawab Hussain, he became little lazy, and then actually he was not doing his duties properly. And when Nawab got to know, he punished him very severely, and then he actually banished him out of the kingdom. And when he was actually going through the forest, he met these two brothers, Amar and Santosh. And then one of them, at that point of time, they told him that there is some pillar that is actually the cause of this issue that is happening in your empire. Go and tell your majesty to fix that pillar, and then everything will be fine again in your kingdom. The issue that for which you have been thrown out is because of this pillar, so go and get that fixed. And this minister, he went and got that pillar fixed, and um, he went to the Nawab, and he said that scene, you wanted to throw me out, but whatever reason you wanted to throw me out, I got it fixed. I got the pillar fixed. And this Nawab was in shock. He thought that I've not even revealed about this pillar to you. How did you even get to know about all these things? And then this minister, he revealed about these two brothers who, like, mystically, they helped him in order to get this issue fixed. And when other ministers joined together, and they glorified these two brothers, that these are very, very well known scholars of Bengal, and they have a lot of wisdom. They are meant to be in our kingdom, and support us and become our chief ministers. So they actually glorified uh, Amar and Santosh in front of this Nawab Hussain. And finally, this Nawab Hussain ordered that go and get those brothers. And when they got those brothers, they were at that point of time, they were simple living. They were living as a mendicants. They were doing their Bhagavad Gita study, Bhagavatam study. And because they were from the Brahminical family, you see, they were more into all these shastras and patan and things like that. So they were not much interested in working for a Muslim ruler, who is actually the reason for the fall of all the temples and things like that. So but this Nawab, he threatened them. He said that if you don't work for us, then we will convert you both into Muslims, and we'll convert the whole city of Bengal, all the Hindus, all the Brahmins into Muslims. So you decide if you two, want to work under us, or you want us to convert all the people of Bengal into Muslims. And they then, when they thought more about it, they saw that, yeah, I mean, it's better for us to, work under this Nawab, and then instead let others suffer. And finally they started working as Dabir Khas and Sakara Malik. When they started working under the Muslim ruler, they got the Muslim names, Dabir Khas and Sakara Malik. So This devotee whom I'm talking about, Santosh, his name was Sakara Malik, and he like he he became as a finance minister under Nawab Hussain. Externally, actually, he was serving Nawab Hussain, but internally, he was not at all happy. Like if you see, many of us, we are we are working for the corporates and things like that. I have actually come across so many friends of mine who says that they're fed up working for the corporates, the IT world, but they cannot do anything. They have to work because because that we have to fulfill our daily livelihood. So similarly, these two, they were actually working for the Nawab, but they were not at all happy. They were so sad. They were, they were, because it's against the values of the Sanatana Dharma that they were following. So soon they'll get to know that Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is, who is the avatar, who is the incarnation of Lord Krishna in this age of Kali Yuga, he came nearby to the town they were living, and somehow hidingly they went and they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when they heard the philosophy of Krishna consciousness from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they just decided this is what we want to do. Year after, I mean, life after life, we have been earning, we have been taking care of everything, but this life we want to give to the Lord, and we want to actually relish that sweetness of the Krishna consciousness, and we want to actually be eternally staying with the Lord. We also experience that in this material world, so many difficulties. Padam padam yat vipadam na tesham. Every moment there is some or the other difficulties. Even the so-called happiness, it leads to difficulty. You see, let's say you like something, like let's say you like samosa, let's say you like kachori or gulab jamun or something. You eat lot of it. You get somebody brings you a lot of it, and you eat lot of it, and then you end up with stomach ache and stomach issues and so many other issues, basically. So even in material world, the so-called happiness is also a cause of distress. That's why it's called as Dukhalaya. And these two, when they met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said that Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra Kaya Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hai. Because they had, momentary association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they decided that this is what we want to do. We don't want to work for Nawab. We somehow want to escape. And one of the brothers, very easily he escaped, and the other brother, he the Santosh whom we are discussing today, he was who later became Sakara Malik. So he actually, like like he stopped going to the Nawab's court, and he was giving the reason that I am not well. Also, when we are going to college, and when we are going to office, and we have something higher to attend. Let's say we have Radhashtami, or let's say we have some very big festival that's happening. So we say that, okay, I mean, let's say we don't have leave, and then we say that, oh, we are sick, we want to take a leave, like that. So he took a leave, he took leave for several days, and then Nawab sent him to the home, that saying, I mean, sent his soldiers to the home to see, let's see what happened to this Sakara Malik. I mean, why is he not even coming? And when these, when the soldiers, along with the Nawab, when they went to see him, they saw that he was actually, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He was actually, studying Bhagavatam amongst other Vaishnavas. He was not well. It was not that he was not well. He was actually materially not well. He was like spiritually he was not well. He was materially all well, and then he was actually doing all these discourses. And when Nawab got to know, he became so upset, because one of the brothers has already left. This the minister post, and this brother, he's cheating, saying that he's not well, and he's actually doing Bhagavad Katha here. And then he put him under the jail, and he put him under the jail for almost 17 months. This devotee whom we are talking, whom Lord Chaitanya named as Sanatana Goswami. Even if you go to Vrindavan now, we have a very, very beautiful temple, and we will discuss about how this temple, beautiful temple of Sanatana Goswami, a beautiful temple of Madan Mohan, came up. So this Srila Sanatana Goswami, actually he realized that, I cannot stay in the, prison. He was not very upset that he was in the prison. For a devotee, it doesn't matter if it is a prison or if it's a, big mahal. The devotee only knows how to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how to study Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. He actually escaped, he wanted to escape because he wanted the association of the devotees. So the highest thing we can ever get is association of the devotees. So even if we get a momentary association of devotees, we have to actually relish it, and we have to actually carefully, be grateful for it. Because be it online, be it offline, it's very very hard, to get association of devotees. And when he got association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he decided this is not what I'm meant for. No, not to externally serve the Hussein Shah. So he, what he did is, he used to earn, because he was a minister, big finance minister. He used to earn a lot of gold coins, and he made a friend in the prison. And he started, explaining the spirituality to this, the one who was in charge of the prison. And finally one day came where he gave a lot of gold coins to this, the prison in charge, and he said that, I will go to the spiritual place where I will, just go on doing my, devotion. I will not at all, come back, not at all trouble you. You keep all these, Lakshmi, you keep all these, all these, gold coin. And you just let me go. If somebody asks, if Nawab asks, you tell that he went to, river for the nature's call. At that point of time there was no toilets and things like that. They had to go to the river for the nature's call. You tell that he went to the, river, to the nature, to attend the call of nature, and then accidentally, he was shackled. He was all with the, like, shackles, and he drowned in the river. When he went to attend the nature call, when he actually went to the river, he got drowned. So, you just, tell him that, I'll just, you just leave me, I'll just pass and I'll go away, and I will never come back again. I'll promise this. I will never be seen in the, court of, Nawab Hussain, so it will not at all be a trouble to you. So the prisoner, he was very, like, happy, because he got all the gold coins, and it was a genuine plan, you see, because we are saying that, it's a deep river, and he just drowned and died. So it's in Bengal, actually, the Ganga Maya flows. So it's so vast that you cannot even, find a, the dead body there. So he thought that this is a really nice plan. And then that's how we see that this Sakara Malik, he, escaped the jail of, Hussein Shah, and he went through the hills and forests, and finally he started his journey to, Vrindavan. On his journey to Vrindavan, he actually, went to, Jagannath Puri, where he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually instructed the two brothers that, Vrindavan is actually, it's covered because of all these, Muslim rulers. So they have actually, over a period of time, the actual Vrindavan is hidden. So they gave this, Sakara Malik, the name Sanatan Goswami, and they said that you go and you discover these wonderful places of Vrindavan, and then you also write books on the pastimes of Lord Krishna and the Vrindavan, so that for the ages to come, these will be the, basis of the Vrindavan Dham and also the Vrajalila. So even up to date, there are so many wonderful books of, Srila Sanatan Goswami. And also, if you go to Vrindavan Dham, so many pastime places have been rediscovered just because of these two brothers. I will we will actually discuss about the other brother, the Amar, some other day. Even his life is so glorious. But today's day, we will focus about this, glorious devotee, Santosh, who has now become a very very glorious devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, and his name is Srila Sanatan Goswami. And when it comes to this beautiful deity of Madan Gopal, so you will now, now you can sit back, relax, and you can hear these very, very wonderful pastimes of um, this beautiful deity of Sridham Vrindavan, that is Madan Gopal, who is now called as Madan Mohan in Vrindavan. There is a beautiful temple in Vrindavan. It's called Madan Mohan Temple. So we will discuss about how this how sweet our Lord is, and how actually this temple came up in Sridham Vrindavan, and how the Lord now, actually the Lord Madan Mohan is now in Jaipur. He is in Karoli. How Lord he traveled to Karoli. So we will discuss all these pastimes. So over actually like 5000 years ago, after Krishna, Krishna's departure to actual Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna's great grandson, his name was Vajranab. So this Vajranab, he wanted to actually recreate the glory of Vrindavan, because now Krishna is not there. So when Krishna left back home, back to Godhead, they asked that where is where does how does Krishna appear now in this age of Kali Yuga? So the dear devotees of Krishna, they told that Krishna will appear in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now he has left back to Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, but he'll eternally remain in the form of Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And he'll also eternally be present in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. And also, this Vajranav, he wanted to, you know, like recreate Vrindavan. He wanted to have deities of Krishna, how Krishna looks, so that for the ages to come, we have not seen Krishna, but all these, Arjuna, the Pandavas, they have seen Krishna. Kunti Maharani, she has seen Krishna. All these, the Uttara and the sons of the progeny of the Pandavas, the great grandsons of Pandavas, and the sons of Krishna, the great grandsons of Krishna, they have actually seen Krishna. So they wanted to make the deities of Krishna just like Krishna, so that for us, when we go now, we can actually see Krishna and various deities of Krishna, and we see, oh, Krishna looks like this. So actually, when you go to Sridham Vrindavan, and when you see the deities of Vrindavan, they're not just merely created. They're not just idols. They're actually precisely created after discussing with the people who have actually seen Krishna. Like the prominent person who has seen Krishna when Krishna departed, before Krishna departed, is Uttara. So Uttara is like Uttara's son is Parikshit Maharaj, and the great grandson is Vajranab. So Vajranab, he goes back to Uttara and he asks, "How does Krishna look like? Please tell us." And then Uttara, she describes Krishna so beautifully that Vajranab, he gets many deities created. In that, three prominent deities, in that one of the deities is this Madan Mohan, and it is said that Madan Mohan's feet looks exactly like Krishna's lotus feet. Even if you go to now Sridham Vrindavan or Karoli in Jaipur, so if you see the lotus feet of Krishna there, the Krishna's lotus feet exactly looks like the Krishna who appeared here in Vrindavan, in Bhauma Vrindavan, in this earthly Vrindavan, just to actually give us a glimpse that this is how I look, this is how I perform the pastimes, this is how blissful it is. And when you come back to my abode of Sridham Vrindavan, you can actually experience this pastimes in real. You can actually be in my presence. You can actually experience Satchidananda, complete eternal bliss, eternal happiness. And it's not temporary, it's a life of eternity. This is what Krishna wanted to experiences. That's why he came to this to this Bhauma Vrindavan, to this earthly Vrindavan. And then the deity which Vajrana he created. So we will in the next coming days, whenever we get an opportunity, we will discuss about the other deities of beautiful deities, how they actually appeared and what are their pastimes in Vrindavan. But today we will focus about Madan Mohan deity of Sridham Vrindavan. So this Madan Mohan, deity of Sridham Vrindavan, it was lost over a later, over a lot of huge amount of time, and then it was discovered under an old banyan tree by Advaita Acharya, who was an associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's none other than Krishna himself. This site is, even now it is there in the Bengal. It is called as Advaita Vata. You know, so Advaita Acharya, he actually entrusted the worship of this Madan Gopal deity to his disciple called as Purushottam Chaube, who later shifted to the premises of Vrindavan and Mathura. Now, back to our Sanatana Goswami story. Actually, Sanatana Goswami, he now he got the order from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that go and rediscover Vrindavan and write books upon the various nama, rupa, guna, leela, name, form, qualities, pastimes of Vrindavan, or pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna, Srimati Radharani. And then Sanatana Goswami, when he came here, you know, like initially he had a very opulent life in when he was working under Nawab Shah, because he was getting gold coins. But when he was traveling back, like how I said, half of the gold coins he gave to the jailer, and the other half, actually, he was, at one point of time he was staying in a place where in a what do you say, house of a person, and that person, somehow he got to know that huge amount of gold coin is there, and that person, he planned to kill this Sanatan Goswami, kill this Sakara Malik for the gold coins. That's what, with power, with money, comes so many responsibilities, that all this killing and all these things, it so happens even now. you know and then Sanatana Goswami, he gets to know about this, and then he realized that now I'm actually going as a mendicant, I'm actually going as a saint to serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I don't want all this chakacha and all these gold coins. So just because of this gold coin, I don't want to, die. They were not scared of death, they were scared of not meeting the Lord this one lifetime. So he gave all the gold coins to that person in whose house they stayed, and then they moved. So now Sanatana Goswami had just one beautiful, golden thread chadar. And when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that you say that you are trying to become a santa, but you're having such opulent chadar. And then when I mean Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't say that loudly. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's bhav, the mood, Sanatana Goswami, he'll understand. Then he'll go to a ghat, Dhobi ghat, and then he will give that golden thread chadar to that Dhobi one who is washerman, and he'll say, in return, you give me the worst of the chadar, the worst of the blanket you have. And then he will pick one normal blanket, and then he will come to Vrindavan. Now what does Sanatana Goswami has? He's just having a blanket, he's just wearing a simple cloth, and he's just having a blanket, and he's living a very very austere life in Vrindavan. It is said that these devotees, they were so austere that they were not even living under one tree for more than 3 to 4 days, because they would think, if we live under this same tree for 3 to 4 days, we may get attached to this tree. They didn't want to get attached to anything. And how would they earn their the livelihood, the food? So they would go to the nearby town, to Mathura, to practice an act called as Madhukari. So Madhukari means all these mendicants, they would go from house to house, and then they would ask a small amount of food. And it was not out of force. They would go to these places of the houses, and they would describe the Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes, because at that time it was the rule of these Muslims, so people were hesitant to go to the temple. And so these saints, they used to go door to door, they used to describe the glories of Krishna, Srimati Radharani. And in return, they would get little alms, whatever the Vrajavasis have cooked, they would get that, and they would be happy with that. Some days they would get, some days they would not get, they would be happy with that. And during his visits of Madhukari to house, he visited this name this home of a brahmana, the chaube which I told, in whose house the Madan Gopal deity is there. So this Chaube, he had a son, his name was Sadan. Actually, this Chaube's wife, she never differentiated between Gopal and Sadan. You know, she called this Gopal as Madan, and she called her actual son as Sadan. And she was treating these two people as two sons, her two eyes, actually. You know, and she treated the two children with equal affection. She was feeding, she was taking care of these two people with same care. You know, she didn't differentiate at all. And when Sanatana Goswami, when he went to do Madhukari, when he went to beg alms, he saw that, he saw that this Brahmana child Sadan, he's playing with this beautiful deity of like what do you say, um, Madan Gopal, and he's not playing like a deity. He's playing as if like he's a brother. He's playing like that. And when he's playing like that, Sanatana Goswami thought, like, how can, he's a this is a deity of the Lord, the Lord himself. And how can somebody play like this? How can somebody, they have to actually keep the deity in a very very opulent place, and they have to worship the deities. They should not play with the deities like this in the mud like that. And then he took little arms, he went back, and in his dream Lord appeared, and he Lord told that he was very happy, with the Brahmana, in a simple childlike affection than with the strict rules. Actually, our dear Lord, he is very very nutcut. He when the pure devotees serve him with love and affection, he doesn't want any opulent rules regulations to be followed. But fallen souls like us, definitely we cannot imitate that. We cannot play with the Lord like that, because we are not in that level. We are in a level where we think about our happiness, our sense gratification, and our benefit, and not we don't have any love for the Lord. So coming back to the point that, the when he realized that Lord was so much in love with the affection and love, this wife of Chobe, and with this son Sadan. So next day again he went back to see the Lord, and like this every day he used to actually go to see the Lord, and he developed a kind of affection for the Lord, and he developed a deep connection to the Lord. This is what happens actually. Why we have to go to temple more often? Because in this age of Kali Yuga, we don't have much experience of the Lord. So the more and more we go to the temple, in which the deities are there, and like how I said, these deities are just not like a stone or a wood. These deities are carved from the description that is given in the scriptures, and they've been something called as uh, you know uh, what do you say, pran pratishta is done. When the pran pratishta of these deities are done, they the devotees, the pujaris, they invoke the deity, they invoke the Lord to be himself themselves present in this deity. So when you go to the temple, you should not say that, oh, this is the idol, or this is the form of the Lord, or this is the wooden form of the Lord. No, they are lordships themselves standing to accept our service. So that's why whenever we go to the temple, we should see that Krishna, Srimati Radharani, they're themselves standing for us, and they hear us, they see us, they mercifully glance on us, and they can know what we are going through. We can share our prayers, we can share our hearts to them, and we can do little service to them. This is how we can actually develop deep connection to the Lord. So here actually, so he used to, this Sanatan, he used to go to the Lord, like he used to go to beg alms daily, and he developed deep connection to him. And soon what happened is, over a period of time, the Madan Gopal deity, the Madan Gopal Lord, he appeared in the dream of this Brahmana's wife, the Chaube's wife, and he said that, now I have been, you have been serving me so nicely, but now I want to get little service of, Sanatana Goswami. I want to go with him. So please, next tomorrow morning when he comes to ask Madhukari, when he comes to ask some, food, some alms, beg alms, so you just, please, you hand over me to him. I want to be with him. Please, please, I have been. And he also, so then this Brahmana's wife, she cries in the morning that, she when she opens the door of her house again, like Sanatana Goswami is there, but he comes there to actually take, darshan of the deity like every day and beg little alms. And she's crying. She's saying that my Madan Gopal, he wants to come to you. He wants to be with you from now onwards. I don't know what mistake I have done. I don't know if I have done, I don't know if my service was not that full that he wants to come with you. At that time, the Sanatana Goswami says, why does the Lord wants to come with me? I am not even staying under a tree for more than 3 days. I don't even have a hut to live. Already am, begging and living on the alms which people give. What can I give him? You are serving, the Lord so nicely. You are giving, chapan bog. You are giving, you are, decorating the Lord so nicely, so opulently. I don't even have sufficient place to dress him, sufficient place to serve him. What? Why? How can I take the Lord like this? He realized that she still had so much attachment. He, did not take the Lord with him. But that day night again, Lord Madan Gopal, he appears in the dream of that Chaube's wife, and he says that your worship to me is the purest, and I'm very much satisfied by your worship. But now I also want to experience the worship of like my dear Sanatan. So please, tomorrow you hand over me to him. I want to be with him, please. Like this, Krishna, you see, like he can give orders, and he can threaten, and he can shift places, and at the same times, with love, with affection, with the kindness, he can also melt the heart of devotees, and he can shift his places. And then what happened is, he like next day, finally she gave this Madan Gopal to Sanatana Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami realized that if this is what Lord wants, I will accept him. And Sanatana Goswami, he used to, like how I said, he used to beg alms, he used to get whatever he after begging. And then whenever he was not getting something, let's say he was getting little atta, so he would mix the Yamuna water with atta, and he would make little dough, and he would eat that dough. If he gets some fire, he would fry that in the fire. Otherwise, he would raw, just like that raw, he would eat. They were in such high renunciation, we cannot even imagine. And every day, like Sanatana Goswami, he used to give this, he used to give this dough mixed with the atta mixed with the Yamuna water to Madan Gopal deity. And one day, after like a few days after the Madan Gopal came to him, one day Lord appeared in his dream, and he said that, oh Sanatan, every day you have been giving me this atta and this dough without even little salt. At least you can add little salt. I also like some taste. I like to have some tasty stuffs. You can add little salt tomorrow when you're preparing, and you can offer me. That way, I will be also happy. Like this, he comes in dream, and he instructs Sanatan. And then Sanatana Goswami, he's fearing that, to he jokingly says the Lord that, today, you ask for salt. Oh Lord, today you ask for salt, tomorrow you'll ask for sweet, day after tomorrow you'll ask for chapan bhog. I am a mendicant, I am a poor sadhu here. From where can I bring all these things? He will tell the Lord. And also he's fearing, what he's fearing, Sanatana Goswami, that his when you offer to the Lord, you get back the same prasad, same as the prasad. And eating that, my attachment for the taste grows, my attachment to tasty food grows. And then Lord will keep asking for the complex items, and my attachment for the tasty things, it grows. And then my devotion reduces, he thinks like that. And then he says that, see, like he jokingly he tells the Lord that, see, if you want all these opulent offerings, salt, sweet, everything, I will take you back to your original home. You don't have to worry, she will serve you opulently. And then, like Madan Gopal, he revealed his divine form. He embraced Sanatan, and then he said that, I'm perfectly satisfied with all the offerings that you are giving, oh Sanatan, but please don't send me back. I want to stay with you. Your love to me is much more higher than all the offerings of the entire world, material world put together. So, oh Sanatan, don't send me back to to my original home. I want to be with you. And whatever whatever you give, I am okay to eat. But don't threaten to send me back like this. This is our Lord. Lord, he doesn't demand for opulent stuffs. So if somebody says, oh, I cannot do devotion to Krishna because I am not rich, I am not educated, I am not so I'm not a big person, I'm not old, I'm not young. No, there is no qualification needed to serve Lord, needed to love Lord, except the qualification that we need to have little sincere desire to offer some service, offer some love to the Lord. That's it. That desire, even if you don't serve, just that desire, Krishna will manifest. You think that, oh, I want to serve Lord, I want to be in the association of the Lord will arrange for your service somehow or the other. He will arrange that you'll get your service, you'll get the association of the devotees. The only thing that you have to do is desire. That is what is given to us. As humans, we have been given this free will. And that using that free will, we can think, oh, let me go to movie, oh, I wish I could go to movie, oh, I wish I could go to trip. You can desire all these things and that will get fulfilled. But the higher way of desiring is, oh, let me get the association of devotees, oh, let me get little service of the Lord, who has been life after life, who has been coming with me, who has been who is so far yet so near, right in our heart, who is waiting for me to turn back to him, who is waiting to help me to facilitate me to come back to him, to Goloka Vrindavan, and eternally be happy with him. Why should I suffer here? Why should I struggle here? you know like this, we have to develop our desire. And here we see that Madan Gopal, he begged Sanatan Goswami that, please don't send me. I want to be with you. Whatever little offerings you can make, even if it is raw, even if it is not with salt, I will accept you, because bhaktya mam abhijanati. I can only taste bhakti. I cannot taste anything. I don't have any taste for richness. I don't have any taste for intelligence. I don't have any taste for beauty. I just have a taste for bhakti. And that's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26 that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Uparatam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I'll accept it. You see, Krishna doesn't ask, oh, I need 1 lakh rupee. Oh, I need a bungalow to, offer me, you to worship, for you to worship me. No, I need a big Rolls Royce cars to, to worship me. He doesn't ask anything. He says that little tulsi leaf, little flower, little fruit, little water, you just offer me. But you see in this shloka, the catch is, you see, bhakti. Bhakti is repeated twice. This is such a wonderful shloka where bhakti, Krishna doesn't ask for your money. He doesn't want your flower, fruit also. He just wants your love, with love. So let's say, whenever possible, you take little flower and offer it to the Lord. Oh Krishna, this is what I can offer you to you at this point of time. Whenever you get some fruits at home, you put a tulsi leaf, offer to the Lord, and say, Krishna, this is what I can offer you at this point of time. Please accept me, accept this, accept me. accept this devotion. And even if worst of the worst cases you cannot offer anything mentally, you can prepare nice kheer, nice rasgulla, nice gulab jamun, put a tulsi leaf mentally and offer it to the Lord, and Lord accepts it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, definitely whenever possible you have to cook, you have to make and offer, but whenever not possible, even manasik offering you can do, because Lord, he wants your devotion, he wants your love, and he doesn't want anything much. And this is the proof, you see. He didn't want to go to the place where opulent servings were made. He wanted to be with Sanatana Goswami, who was a simple saint, but who was worshipping Madan Gopal with so much love, so much devotion. He was just mixing atta with Yamuna water and putting a tulsi and offering it to the Lord. And Lord was accepting because he was taking that devotion. This is how you see when Sudama, when he offered the chipped rice, he Lord snatched that poha. It was so dry. It is said, if the explanation is given, that it's so dry, so kadak, nobody can have it, but Lord snatched it, because Lord is not snatching that poha, he's snatching that bhakti, which the Sudama wanted to offer. Vidura's wife, when Krishna came, she's peeling the bananas, and she's so much in devotion seeing the Lord that she's throwing the bananas and she's giving the banana leaves, and Lord is eating it. Lord is, our Bhakta Vatsala, Anatha Rakshaka, Apad Bandhava, our dear merciful Lord, Bhakta Vatsala Lord. He's eating the peel because he's not seeing the peel. He's not seeing the food. He's not seeing the, opulence. He's seeing the devotion. So this way Lord happily stayed with Sanatana Goswami. And then so if you ask me, Mataji, if Lord was saying staying with Sanatana Goswami, how such wonderful Madan Mohan temple is there? You if you go to Vrindavan, such big, such opulent temple, how this Madan Mohan temple is there in Vrindavan? Now I'll share you this beautiful story of Madan Mohan temple. So what happened is that in this way, Sanatana Goswami, he was worshipping Madan Mohan with great simplicity. He was offering like dry bati, and yeah, he was sheltering the Lord under a tree. And the significant point came when there was a rich, wealthy merchant. His name was he was from the Kapoor family. His name was Krishnadas Kapoor or Ramdas Kapoor or something like that. So this merchant, actually, he came uh, with the cargo ship filled with salt. And when he came with the cargo ship filled with the salt, the boat sunk, and then it became stuck on the bank of Yamuna river. And they could not, they brought so many things, so many people, so many elephants, nothing going. The ship was not at all even shaking. It was not even coming out of the, they couldn't even park it in the bank. It almost sinking. At that time, Sanatana Goswami was doing his meditation. He was chanting his rounds: Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He was chanting his rounds on the bank of Yamuna Maya, and this Kapoorji, he realized that he's a very great saint. And at that point of time, saintly persons, they have a divine vision, and they have a amazing power to make things happen. So he went to Sanatana Goswami and he said, "Oh, you look like a big saint. So please help me. If by your power, you make this um, ship come out of the water and then land it in the bank of the river." And then Sanatana Goswami asked, "What is in this ship? Why is it sinking?" At that time, that Kapoorji says that it's filled with salt. At that time, Sanatana Goswami, he thinks, "Oh my God, this Madan Mohan, this my dear Lord Madan Mohan. Yesterday just I, rejected giving. I told him I will not give him salt. Today he has brought whole ship of salt along with, he made it sunk just to realize that how he wants, the offerings with the salt. He wants the offering to be made with the, at least add little salt. This our dear Madan Gopal is so natkad that he arranges everything for himself." And like Sanatana Goswami says to that Kapurji that, I am nothing, I'm just a poor beggar here. My lord is there under the tree, you go and beg to him and he will take care of everything. Then that Kapurji, he went to the lord Madan Gopal, he begged him fervently that, oh lord, if if this ship of mine, if it gets saved, so whatever profit I get by selling this goods, the I will use that to make a temple, big temple for you. Why are you under the tree? I'll make a big temple for you. And then soon after, the ship was freed, and then very very profitfully his cargo, like the goods, were sold. And then he used that Lakshmi to build a grand temple on the bank of Yamuna Maya, which is even now there, and under the guide, under the uh, guidance of Sanatana Goswami, a very magnificent red stone marble temple was built, so beautiful that even now when we go, Madan Mohan temple is so so beautiful, that, and it is, even when you enter the temple, it is so cool, so blissful. You feel that presence of devotion even now when you go there. If you have not been to Vrindavan, and especially if you have not been to Madan Mohan temple, so it's my humble request. So next time you visit Vrindavan, ensure that you visit Madan Mohan temple. It's on the Parikrama Marg itself. It's next to Kalya Daha, where actually the famous pastime of the Kalya Dahan happened. Kalya, Krishna dancing on Kalya, and then Krishna, freeing the Yamuna water from the poisonous effects of Kalya. That Leela happened. So the Madan Mohan temple is, even now it's recognized as the oldest, it's recognized as the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful temples in Vrindavan. So after this temple was built, Sanatana Goswami was worried that, oh, now the opulence of the temple might distract me, because like how I said, these were so devoted that they didn't want to get attached to even one tree, what to say of temple. So they were not even staying under one tree for more than 2 to 3 days. It is said that they were shifting from trees to trees, to take shelter and sleep and things like that. So he got worried that, I might get distracted by the opulence of this temple. So then he handed over the temple management to other devotees, and then he returned to his, again back to his life of simplicity, life of intense simple devotion practice on the wandering on the bank of river Yamuna. And his daily routine was, Sanatana Goswami's daily routine was, in the first half of the day he would do Govardhan Parikrama. Every day he would do Govardhan Parikrama. You can imagine 24-mile Govardhan Parikrama. Once in a year when we go, we struggle to do Parikrama on the foot. And he used to, every day he used to do Govardhan Parikrama. And in this way he left the opulent temple, and then he went back to his wandering duty, and discovering the other places of Vrindavan Dham, writing books. Sanatana Goswami's books are even now available, and they are the basis of our Krishna conscious movement, the basis of how we can actually connect to Krishna and develop our relationship with Krishna. And during the Mughal invasion, this original deity, what happened is, the Mughal ruler, they wanted to actually destroy these deities completely. At that time, like one of the ruler at that point of time, he hid the deities underground, and then somehow he made his way, and he took the deities to Jaipur, which was his place for protection. Like this, there are 3 to 4 deities in Jaipur even now, and you know one of the deities is this Madan Mohan deities. Now the deities are in Jaipur. Now let's see how the deities from Jaipur, they went to a specific place called Karauli. So what happened is, the ruler of the Jaipur, like how I said, because the Mughal invasion happened, the ruler took all these deities, and somehow, very very taking putting his own life under risk, he moved the deities to Jaipur, and he established the deities there. And then he had a princess, and this princess was she got very much attached to this Madan Gopal deity, that when she got married. So like she wanted to take, she got married to a ruler who was from Karauli. Again, that was also in Rajasthan, but from a little different, far off place. So she wanted to take this deity. She was not even considering this as deity. She wanted to take Madan Gopal with himself. And at that time, on the other hand, the Jaipur, this ruler, he was also attached to the Madan Gopal. So this father, what he did is, the king, he proposed a test. He said that five identical, four identical deities of Madan Gopal will be made, and then let's say my daughter, she could correctly identify the real Madan Mohan, then she can take the Madan Mohan. Otherwise, the Madan Mohan will remain with me. So you can see, like, even between father and daughter, there is a tight, loving conflict that is going on, that who will actually, whom will Madan Gopal choose. And that night, when when next day, when the test is going to happen, that night, this princess, she cried and cried and cried. She said, I'm going alone to Karoli. If you are also not there, then why I am actually living this life? I will give up my life. So, please, somehow or the other, you help me to detect who are you, because I am just an ordinary, princess. I will not be able to detect. My father would have, made exact same deities, but I want you, my Madan Gopal. I want to take you. I have an, deep connection with you. I want to take you. And finally, Madan Gopal appeared in his. He was touched by her devotion. He appeared in her dream, and he said that when she touched the hands of the five deities, so the real one would move his finger, to identify himself. So next day, the five deities were present, and the princess was blindfolded. You know, she was only depending on the Madan Gopal and on her sense of touch. And when she inspected the first four deities, the Lord remained still, and in between one deity was there. And when she went to, touch the deity, the center, the deity in the center, third deity. So at that time, she prayed for, you know intensely, that, oh, let this be you, oh, let this be you. And when she touched the hand of the deity, the Lord, he tapped his finger, he moved his finger, signaling that this is me and you can take me. And the prince, she immediately identified the deity. And then her father, he recognized that her love for Madan Gopal was much more than his love for the Madan Gopal. And finally, he sent Madan Gopal with her to Karauli. And even now, you go to Jaipur, you go to, Karauli, the Madan Mohan deity is there, very beautifully standing, waiting for all of us to finally go to him and, take darshan of him. Like how I said, this Madan Gopal's feet, lotus feet, exactly looks like Lord's lotus feet when Lord was here in, Bhauma Vrindavan, on the earthly Vrindavan. So this way, you see, like, Lord's Leelas and Lord's devotees' Leelas are so immense. So I will just quote one another two pastimes, and then, we will end here. Um, like how I said, Sanatana Goswami, he left this opulent, on the other end, Sanatana Goswami, he left this opulent temple, and then he went again on his duty of wandering and Madhukari and things like that. So he made his place near a in Vrindavan, in a site of Chakleshwar Mahadev. Chakleshwar, there are actually, Chakleshwar Mahadev is none other than Lord Shiva. They're actually, the Lord Shiva in Vrindavan, he acts as a dhampal. He acts as a protector of the dham. So when Sanatana Goswami was performing his bhajan devotional services in this temple of Chakleshwar Mahadev, where actually Lord Shiva resides, so it was actually, that area was filled with lot of mosquitoes. It was causing, a lot of disturbance to Sanatana Goswami. And then, he thought that, I shouldn't be here, because I'm not able to focus on, my Hare Krishna Mahamantra. For us, you see, little here and there disturbance, we get distracted. But they were not like that. They were deep in meditation. But when the mosquitoes were biting them intensely, like very very deeply, at that time, they used to get, disturbed. And then they thought that, let's leave this area. But Lord Shiva, he thought that such great devotee of Madan Gopal, how can he, go away from my place? Because Lord Shiva, he himself is a Lord, he is a devotee, Param Bhakta, Vaishnavanam Yatashampo. He is a Param Bhakta of Lord Krishna. How can he let his devotees, go, from uh, like uh, from one place to another, he from his place, basically. So sorry, these slides were there. You can see, this is the slide where the ship stranded, and somehow it was recovered, and then a great, beautiful Madan Mohan temple was built. This is how it looks like. It's extremely beautiful. And Madan Gopal is also so, so beautiful. And here in the temple, in the background, there is the Sanatana Goswami Samadhi is even there. You can even go and visit there. And this is like, again, an AI depiction of the princess choosing the actual Madan Gopal, and then finally the Madan Gopal comes with her. And yeah, the pastime which I am mentioning, is that like Lord Shiva, when he gets to know that Sanatana Goswami is living, and then finally he intervenes, and via his mystical power, he ensures that no mosquitoes will be around Chakleshwar Mahadev, and Sanatana Goswami will not disturb, so that no, will not be disturbed, so that he will not be he'll not be getting to leave this place. So like even today it is said that because of this divine intervention, even today, like the mosquitoes, they don't bother anybody, I mean the devotees there in the immediate closeness of the Chakleshwar Mahadev. So we can imagine the devotee of the Lord is so dear that even the whole environment becomes so pure and suitable for their meditation. Hopefully we will also aspire to become such nice devotees by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra very, very intensely, very, very purely, that everything will be so favorable for us. Our the environment wherever we are put in, because of our work, because of our studies, it will become more and more favorable to Krishna consciousness. And another story is like about this Govardhan Shila, where actually like Sanatana Goswami, like how I said, he used to do Govardhan Parikrama daily, sometimes once, sometimes twice, sometimes so many times in a day. Just Govardhan Parikrama. But even when he grew old, when he became very old, he didn't give up. He was strictly maintaining his practice of doing Govardhan Parikrama. And when Lord saw that, despite in spite being so physically ill, because of his body, he's doing this parikrama. Lord Krishna, he felt great compassion, because of this struggle. And then Lord said that you can stop this parikrama. But devotees, they never hear. They never try to reduce their austerities. So he didn't want to stop the parikrama. And then Krishna, he manifested himself within a Govardhan Shila. One small Govardhan Shila, Krishna manifested himself in that Shila, and he told that this is not different than Govardhan himself. This is not different than me, this is not different than Govardhan. You don't have to circumambulate the whole Govardhan. You can just do parikrama of this in this old age of yours, and it will be equal to my parikrama. And Lord Krishna left his footprints on this, on his he stood actually with his Tribhanga Lalita form. He stood, and then he left his footprints, Divya Charan Chinha, on this Govardhan small Shila. And by doing this, Lord Krishna told Sanatan Goswami that you can just circumambulate this, and that's it. Your Govardhan Parikrama will be done. And this Govardhan Parikrama, it's even now it is actually present, and it's even in the Govardhan Parikrama mark, after Radhakund, very close to Radhakund, there is a temple where this Shila is there. You can go and you can see the Shila, you can see the divine footprints of the Lord. And even when we go there, now when we go there, we do a lot of Parikrama, because Govardhan Parikrama 24 miles we can only do on foot once, at least once in a year when we go. But when we go to this place, we will do like 10, 20, 30, because it's a very small place. We will take benefit of circumambulating this Shila, because of which we will get the same effect as doing parikrama of Govardhan. Such is the devotee glory of a devotee for whom the Lord comes. He gives his embrace. The Lord comes. He stays with him in such a simple, under a tree, without any opulent uh, setting. And when Lord comes and he arranges his like the environment in such a way that his devotion is very very there is no disturbance to his devotion. Where Lord comes, he gives his Shila, so that there will not be even physical disturbance in doing parikrama. Such is actually the uh, mercy of Lord to his pure devotees. So we should also, the main agenda behind sharing the story is that we should also become so pure by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra so nicely that we will also be able to get that environment via which we can do our devotion intensely this one lifetime and go back home, back to Godhead. Such is the power potency of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And this is a pastime where Sanatana Goswami, when he's writing in his book, he writes that Srimati Radharani's hair, it looks like a divine snake. And then everybody else will question, how does Srimati Radharani's hair looks like a snake. It's a very very bad comparison. We should not compare Srimati Radharani's beautiful hair with the snake like that. But actually, after this, soon after this, Sanatana Goswami, he will see, he will experience two sakis, two little girls who are playing with each others. And then he'll observe that one cobra will be actually uh, twirled in her hair. And then the Sanatana Goswami said, Lali, there is a snake in your hair, like that. And then that vision disappears, and then that will actually give Sanatana Goswami an assurance that whatever he had written, it's actually true. That Srimati Radharani says that it's not just it's not just a fake vision. It's actually real, that Srimati Radharani's hair, it looks like just like a real snake, a cobra. And finally, Lord Shiva, there will be a merchant, and this merchant he'll be a ardent devotee of Lord Shiva. And when he will do his devotion to Lord Shiva, at that time Lord Shiva will tell him that you go to Vrindavan, and in this place, this dear devotee of Lord Krishna is there, Sanatana Goswami. And he will actually fulfill all your desires. And when this merchant, he had a lot of financial hardships, and when he, for his daughter's wedding, he had to arrange a lot of Lakshmi. So when he finds Sanatana Goswami, he asks, please help me. At that time, whatever is your, whatever the best of your belongings, please give it to me. And then Sanatana Goswami says, in this dustbin there is a parasmani, there is a magic mystical stone. So you just there is a touchstone, so you just go and take that touchstone. Whatever you touch the stone with, that becomes a gold. And then this this person becomes very happy. This merchant, he goes and then he takes that stone from the dustbin, and he's about to go. And then he thinks that this this this, if this is the best offering, why is it even there in the pile of trash? Why is it even there in the dustbin? So then he thinks that, if I mean, he should have something bigger than this. So let me go back and ask, because this is in trash, so this might not be the best of the offerings, I mean the best of the things that he have. Let me go back and ask him. And when he go back and ask him, Sanatana Goswami will say that, if you discard this touchstone in the river, then only I will tell you what is the bestest thing I have. Then he will discard that, he will throw that in the river. And then Sanatana Goswami will reveal that the true wealth is the holy name, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The touchstone can turn something into gold. Until when? Until we die, until our kids die, until everybody dies. But the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it will actually give us that eternal destination, Goloka Vrindavan. When we go there, go back to Krishna, we don't have to come back again to this miserable material world. So yeah, we can also pray to Sanatana Goswami that, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, somehow or the other we have come in touch with this Krishna conscious movement. Somehow or the other we have come in touch with this best of the offerings, that is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which we can chant and hear nicely, chant the mantra nicely, hear the mantra nicely, and give it as an offering to Krishna, and soon become pure enough that we can go back home, back to Godhead, and live a eternal life of bliss and knowledge with Krishna himself. And actually, like how I said, a Lord's embrace to a devotee will be not because of any opulence, it will be just because of the humility. We saw how humble Sanatana Goswami was. He left all his opulences just to serve the Lord. And how simple his life was. He was just offering, he was just of like cooking simple, dough and what do you say, wheat and Yamuna water, and his life was full of service in discovering Vrindavan, in building temples, in writing books like this. Actually, by simplicity and by simple acts of devotion and by service, we can actually one day we can get that divine embrace of Krishna. We can all close our eyes and imagine, Krishna is embracing us, Srimati Radharani is embracing us, and we can feel that, you know sometimes, when we are in a place where there is a gentle breeze, you can just close your eyes and imagine this breeze is actually the embrace of Krishna, embrace of Srimati Radharani. You can feel that divine presence of Srimati Radharani, Krishna, anywhere. Just that you need to have that, you need to develop that desire and vision. And this Sanatana Goswami, actually, he was not just a mere devotee, he was Lavanga Manjari. Who are these Manjaris? Manjaris are actually like the servants of Srimati Radharani. So after Srimati Radharani, there is Gopis, and under Gopis, there are Manjaris. But it is said that uh, Srimati Radharani is more closer to these Manjaris because they are like little kids. So Srimati Radharani is extremely close to her Manjaris, and Sanatana Goswami is Lavanga Manjari. And in this way, like Sanatana Goswami, like how in Krishna Leela, Manjaris are there in Gaur Leela, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Leela, this Lavanga Manjari appeared as Sanatana Goswami, and then he lived a life of austerity to show all of us that how we have to actually love and serve Krishna. And finally, Chaturmas has started. So this 4 months from Devshani Ekadashi, where the Lord goes to sleep, it's a month of austerity, and more than austerity, it's a month to purify ourselves and go closer to Krishna. It's in the first month. Actually, we can avoid green leafy vegetables. In the second month, dahi. In the third month, milk. And in the fourth month, urad dal. And if you ask me, Mataji, why are we living all these things, it is said that these things, when we have during these months, especially during the rainy seasons, our health will become more and more upsets, especially the months that are specified. The green leafy vegetables, they'll be more and more, they'll be filled with pests and things like that. And yogurt, it can affect our health, and milk, sometimes it will lead to indigestion and things like that. So in this, and also it's mainly we are offering, we are giving up one thing as as an austerity, that I will give up this one small thing to you, Krishna, and I will increase my devotion to you. So it's like two ways street, that I will give up this and I'll increase my devotion. So it's not just this. So this is what is being given to us from our acharyas, that it's recommended to give up these things to the best of our ability. If you're not able to give up, that's still okay, but at least we have to increase more and more japa, more and more shravanam, because what is coming ahead is, at the end of this month is Kartik, which is the favorite month of Krishna, because it's the month of Srimati Radharani. So in these coming months, so let's deepen our devotion. So we will try to chant more, maybe one round more, maybe chant more with affection, whatever rounds we are chanting, whatever possible, and then less distraction, less scrolling, less YouTube shorts, less reels, and then we'll try to keep our diet as simple as possible, so that, I mean, and as healthy as possible, offer whatever possible to Krishna and have. And try to go to temple more in these months and do more devotional service, because these months are an opportunity to go closer to Krishna. It's a month of purification, so that we prepare our mind, our heart, our whole body for the Kartik month, which is the month of Srimati Radharani herself. So these are the takeaways for us, that we can serve, we can value the holy name more and more. So when the heart becomes simple, so Krishna's affection becomes more and more closer to us. So let's pray. Let's end the session by praying to Srila Sanatana Goswami that let me develop 0.1% of humility, simplicity, and tireless service that you have, was Srila Sanatana Goswami. So with this we'll end. Sorry, uh, I'm overpassed by 5 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for patiently hearing me. And week after week, many of you are attending the